Hello everybody, Scott here. I am your host for this casual but serious Olathe, Kansas Prairie Center casual league round. Working on my editing skills, so I got Kevin Free, Eric Bolton, Derek Uhlman, and Jacob Winn to come out and play around on film. Most of these guys don't have experience playing on film, so this will be new for each of them. But we're going to treat this as a round by round coverage so I can continue to get some work. So here we are, hole 1, 240 feet. Again, we're in Prairie Center Disc Golf Course in Olathe, Kansas. First 3 sidearms are pretty decent. Or actually, I guess the first 2 sidearms are pretty decent. I do realize I have my order down below out of order, but it is what it is now. So, but all 4 with sidearms. A little obstructed view there for Jacob. Camera nerves there for Eric, just a little bit short. Kevin Free, bam, with the 1 under, birdie putt right off the bat. Little bit more camera nerves. Some Derek Uhlman just a hair short. Caged it. Eric, Derek, and Jacob will walk away with the pars. Kevin Free's taking the early lead with the 1 down. Birdie on that 273-footer. Hole 2, one of the signature holes in Kansas City as a whole, but a 333-foot playing from the long pad. They are playing to about a 30-foot circumference island. And Kevin threw that high, went way too long left, but he managed to stay in bounds on the left side. The way this hole plays is if you go out of bounds on your drive, you played from the drop zone. If you go out of bounds on any additional shot, you played from the last place it was in bounds. Bolton going extra long with the nuke. Jacob playing conservative with that little lucky tree hit. Oh, and an unlucky tree from Derek. You can see how small the island is. Oh, and he ran it, but he went out of bounds. And Kevin lucky there not going out of bounds. Even if you play up short, that island is so small and fast, it can be intimidating just trying to land on it safely just to take your 3. Derek going to take a bogey with that unfortunate out of bounds roll. And Kevin a little bit left side out of the basket. Drop in, take his double bogey 5, move on. Hole 2, Kevin again with the double bogey 5, putting him to +1. Eric Bolton and Jacob Winn both still remaining at even, and Derek Uhlman with the bogey putting him at +1. Short hole 3, 252 feet, definitely ace run in. Ooh, Eric a little bit long, but got my heart jumping there just a little bit. Jacob with the smooth throw. Just fades out, but pin high. Uhlman representing the Dirty Birds with his shirt. And takes the flick and takes it the wide route over the sidewalk, but comes in bounds, lands really close to where Jacob's at, about pin high. Oh. Kevin with the wide release hits the tree, kicks it left, keeps it inbounds though. Second shot's a little wide, got wrapped up in those trees. Those trees don't look very punishing from the camera angle, but they definitely can be. And Eric with the two. Eric on the board, -1. Jacob left side release. There you go, Derek. Back to even. Birdie putt. Jacob saving the par. Kevin Free taking a double bogey. Kevin Free double bogey again at +3. Birdie double. Eric with the -1 putting him on the board. Jacob and Derek both back to even, but with Derek with the birdie on the hole. Hole 4, 339 feet. This hole is pretty an ideal, just long hyzer, straight hyzer as long as you can get it. The sidearm or lefty route on this is definitely not as easy or as convenient. Even at 339 feet, it seems to play a little bit longer than that. Jacob played the route correctly, got caught by the guardian cedar tree, which is probably about 40 to 50 feet short of the basket still. But Kevin with the boom! Definitely long enough. We'll have to see where that ends up. That might be a hair long. You can see that guardian tree Jacob hit right there. Great shot by Derek. Just short. I said 40 to 50 feet short of that guardian cedar tree. It looked probably closer to about 40. And Derek with the 3 save from the circle's edge. Kevin going a little long, but it looked like he had an obstructed tree. And Eric back to back, 2 twos. Kevin back on the par train. Jacob keeping it going. So +3, -2, even. Hole 5, 324 feet. Pretty open, lefty righty friendly. The basket's crest on the edge of a hill. Really can't see it from the camera angle. There is a sidewalk and a road fairly close behind the basket. Good shots, probably gonna be, I believe, a little bit left. This hole can be deceiving from the tee box to exactly where it lands. Deceiving or not, I can tell that that is a great shot. Jacob leaving himself short. You can see that road directly behind the basket, and it does drop off behind the basket, making it a dangerous putt. But not scaring Jacob. Jacob's going a little long, and I think he rolled down just a hair bit. And gobble. Eric Bolton, 3 birdies in a row. Turkey. One of the interesting things with this course, especially while recording, is there was a lot of ambient sounds and great putt, Derek, getting another birdie. But right on this hole, as Jacob was throwing, lots of barking. And we can see the Kevin Free CTP hole. And that is parked. Get your valet ticket and move on. +2, -3, +1, -1 through 5 holes. Eric Bolton with the turkey. Kevin Free back on track, and Derek back on track with the under. Hole 6, 440 feet. One of the longest holes on the course. I think the second longest. It is a par 3, but very much plays as a par 4. You got a sidewalk road along the right, but otherwise this tree line that you can see on both sides goes pretty much all the way to the basket with that center guardian tree that you got to pass right off the tee box to set yourself up with a decent second shot. Little early releases from Kevin and Jacob on that left side. You see that guardian tree still right there, but good shot from Derek. Great shot from Kevin. It's probably going to be a little short, a little low, but he will have a putt opportunity. Beautiful shot from Jacob. Park City. See how close Eric was to that road over there, but great sidearm. Leaves himself a hair short, shorter than he wants to be. Derek with the floppy putter, but puts it just pin high. Kevin left side band. Just left. Derek taking the bogey, taking him back to even. Eric with the bogey, Kevin with the bogey. And Jacob with the drop-in par save. +3, -2, +1 and even. 3 out of the 4 with the bogey. Jacob with the sole par 3 on that 440-foot par 3. Hole 7, 390 feet. It's kind of a valley shot. Trees along the left, guardian trees along the right. Perfect big turnover or sidearm flick shot. And that is beautiful. Gorgeous also. Nothing to sneeze at there for Eric. Beautiful sidearm.
Come on, get out of there.
Derek catching the early left tree. Turned it over hair too much. Kevin finding his way through, but as the solo right-hand backhand drive on that hole 7. Oh! He definitely had a chance there. That was looking great. I think it ended up being short and low, but great run from the camera view. And another second attempt. Awesome shots there from Derek and Kevin. Probably about a 40-foot putt off the band there for Eric. Good 2 attempt. And Jacob off the band just hasn't quite found that putter yet to find those birdies. Still sitting all right though. Kevin with a beautiful putt and taking the par. Great save from Derek. Good par from Eric. All threes, +3, -2, +1, even. Everybody on the par train on hole 7. Hole 8, 288 feet. Fairly straight but low ceiling. You can see all the trees that are right in front of it. Got to keep this one low as the basket rides up the terrain, rides up that hill just slightly. Beautiful sidearm, Derek. Kevin hitting the window right there. That's exactly what you're trying to do. Maybe a little lower. He found his way. Either way, doesn't matter how you get there. Jacob pin high, a little more right than he was probably hoping to be. Derek with the great putt opportunity. You couldn't tell, but that tree was slightly in his way, but he still managed to catch some chain. Derek finding his way back. Jacob saving the 3. Kevin with the 2. +2, -2, +1, -1. 2 birdies, 2 pars on hole 8. Hole 9, 378 feet over the top of this tree grove, tree garden, tree farm, whatever you'd like to call it. It is still hole 9, 378 feet. Great sidearm or high right-hand turn over. Basket sits way down in the bottom right corner. Kevin faded out a little quicker, but if he'd have stayed going right, he would have been golden. That was a perfect shot by Jacob. Perfect line, just going to be a hair short. Here's a sidewalk to the left. And a road behind that basket there. They are out of bounds. Big putt from Derek off the top. So close. Also off the top, right corner. That one was low, face mask, but still rejected. Jacob finishing out the 3. Derek with the 3. Kevin is going to want that one back all day, taking the bogey. And Bolton finishing off the 3. First 9 is completed. After 9 holes, +3, -2, +1, -1. All pars on that hole 9, except for Kevin's free missed putt, giving him the bogey. Hole 10, par 3, 234 feet. Probably one of the easiest holes on the course. A lot of people go up the gap, but not Jacob. Jacob's going with the big hyzer. Watch to the bottom. Bam! Awesome, awesome, awesome. There is OB Road behind the basket and the parking lot you can see along the right.
Hey, that's really good.
Kevin's disc went up, but never came down. Eric with a little obstructed tree again.
Get up.
Left, left, left. Jacob with the short putt. He walked into this hole commenting like, I've got a birdie. I'm going to get a birdie. And still was unable to capitalize. He's working on it, though, folks. Jacob 3, Kevin 3. Derek and Eric with the 3. Par train, par frame, all the way across, star par, whatever you'd like to call it. Still +3, -2, +1, -1. Hole 11, par 3, it's 300 feet. There's the split tree right there. There is an open gap to the left that a lot of people like to take the sidearm. Derek takes the far left spot. There's also a gap along the right as well for the backhand. Guardian tree denied. Hair bit early. We'll see what he ends up having. There's the right-hand backhand route. And as you can see it come through the window, that was a great shot. Through that window, you could see the basket. This game would be too easy if we didn't give ourselves just a few more obstacles in our way while we're putting. Kevin parked for the 2. Jacob with an unfortunate 4, but still decent 4. All right, that's a hole 11. 1 birdie, 1 bogey, 2 pars. Still +2, -2, +2, -1 through hole 11. Hole 12, 447 feet long across this open field. Really not a lot of out of bounds. There's a fence or a road all the way to the left. Big open shot. You can see that tree line. As you get into that tree line, the basket lies way to the left. And that was actually a beautiful shot, breaking that tree barrier. Breaking the tree barrier is probably the toughest part of this hole. And the huge, big split guardian tree blocking Bolton. Trying the sidearm roller. Put that faceplate a little bit too much left after nicking that tree. Pulled them all the way to the left. You can kind of see the low ceiling of that tree line I was talking about off the tee box. You can see the basket, and he hasn't gotten past the guardian trees yet. All these tree walls. That's the hard part of this hole. You've got to get past these to give yourself a chance. Doing that's half the battle. Kevin a hair short. Eric a hair long. You couldn't tell from that placement, but that was a great spot for Derek. Not for the 2 opportunity, but just to give himself a clean 3. Kevin with the beautiful 3 par save. This one probably should, I don't know if it should be a par 4. It's very tweenish, extremely hard to 2, but it's to a bull. But right now it plays as a par 3. Eric with the downtown par save. Great straddle putt from inside the weed line. Derek with the 3. Jacob who's gonna take the triple bogey. +2, -2. Jacob +5, -5. All 3s except for Jacob's misfortunate pull there. Hole 13, par 4. One of the only two par 4s on the course, 612 feet. This one's pretty much just you need to lay up into the most perfect position to give yourself a run for your second shot. Other than that, you're just kind of finding your way down the fairway, trying to stay out of the trees. Jacob's getting that nose up just a little too high on these last few holes, getting knocked down by the trees early. That was hard to see, and I lost it in the camera. There it is. Got over the tree line. Came up. I believe that was Kevin, who's just basically tossing forward. It was hard to follow, but that was Eric Bolton over the top. Derek Uhlman, who also had just laid forward, but I did not get that on video. So here's Kevin, I believe, playing for his 3. Everybody making their way down the fairway. All far out, just a little too far to give them a legitimate run, but they all laid them up there, tried to give them a chance where they could from far back. Said this hole plays as a par 4, but it is a tough par 4. You really have to put yourself in the best positions. Right, that was hole 13. Eric Bolton with the only par, 3 bogeys, and really as much as nobody wants to get a 5 on that hole, it's not horrible. +3, -2, even, and +6. Hole 14, par 3, 316 feet. Slightly uphill the entire way, a little bit more elevated as you get closer to the basket, but very protected and low ceiling. That was about as perfect as you could get, and he still got knocked down.
Hold it. Kick out. Help me out.
You see the low ceiling is the hill, the elevation landscape still slightly goes up, and the ceiling doesn't get any taller as you get farther up. Really just trying to hit that dirt spot that's up there by that split tree right of the basket. If you get up in that dirt, you'll skip up a little bit, and you should have a putt. Great shot there from Derek. There's that dirt spot I was talking about, and the skip forward right up to the basket. Nice 3. Kevin, who's been having a love-hate relationship with his putter this round, loved it there. Eric with the 3 as well. Good star par frame. It's easy as that hole is at 316. it can play tough, and it doesn't take much to take a bogey on that hole. So all threes remain +3, -2, +6, and even. Hole 15, par 3, 261, all the way across the water. It's one of everybody's worst favorite shots. They love to hate it. You love to throw it over it, but you hate to throw it in the water. This is one of those holes you usually have that sacrificial backup disc. And Kevin with the gorgeous routine and the tree help. Over by a mile. Once again, Jacob's just getting that nose up a little bit on that sidearm and going out of bounds. He's going to have to take that from this drop zone. And this is not a very favorable drop zone as well. Again, very low ceiling with the water right behind it. Looked like he was running it, but still high. Hit the tree, drops. And that love-hate relationship with Kevin in that putter. He's hating it now. Love-hate. But not Eric. Eric has found that putter. Back on the 2 train. At least standing outside the door. Derek with the 3. Kevin with the 3. Jacob, who's going to take that double bogey. 1 birdie, 1 double bogey, 2 pars, +3, -3, +8, and even through hole 15. Hole 16, par 3, 288 feet. Look at this roller. And rejected by the guardian tree, but still giving him a putting chance. This is a right-hand, backhand shot, just trying to get in. You got to try to break that tree line that Kevin broke. Or you have this sidearm angle. You got the softball fields along the left, but there is that lefty sidearm. It is a harder shot to go to the left, but it is unobstructed for those people who throw that shot. Tie, but it's going to give him a putt for Jacob. Face masked. Just short for Eric. And there he is, Jacob finding the 2, the bottom of the basket. He's discussing here how long it took him to get this 2. He battled for the last 16 holes. You can see the smile on his face says everything. Loving the putter. Kevin free in the basket. Eric taking the 3. Eric having a solid round at -3 at the moment. 2 birdies, 2 bogeys, +2, -3, +7, and even. Here we are on hole 17, par 3, 321. Sun is starting to come down fast as we film this hole. Kevin went off to the left. He is safe. There is a road along the left that you can go out of bounds on. Which Jacob given the run, but he did find the out of bounds on that hole.
Hook up. Sit down. Oh.
Low branch rejection. Kevin, just off the top of that cage. I wouldn't call that a love-hate. I just think he missed that one. But Derek was hating that putt. Jacob finding his putter with the par, save from going out of bounds. And there's Eric, -4 with the birdie from underneath that branch. You can see how dark it's starting to get. Derek taking the bogey. Eric taking the birdie. 2 pars. 1 hole to go. +2, -4, +7, and +1. Hole 18, par 4, our last of our par 4s, 498 feet. There is a road to the right of the basket, pretty far to get to. You go over the top as these gentlemen are trying to do, but really it goes down the valley and back up. If you can get far enough down, you'll have a decent second shot. If you are short, you have height to contend with. Jacob Winn throwing the Vandal, flipping it over to the right side. It's not a horrible place to be.
Oh, get off of it.
And Derek hitting the tree on the right, and it stays in bounds for him. Got one of those crazy side rolls.
Fight.
And it got dark super fast, so here you get to see me play with my night shot vision. I don't know how well it is, but you see everybody in the pavilion ducking? Because that is where Jacob landed. See him right next to the pavilion, but he was safe. He's actually right next to a barbecue grill. Right side, Eric. Jacob finishing with that putter strong. Kevin Free with the sole birdie, and Eric Bolton. Thank you guys for watching from our Prairie Center casual but serious +1, -4, +7, -1. I want to thank Kevin Free, Eric Bolton, Jacob Winn, and Derek Uhlman for being my guinea pigs in this round as we filmed everything going on. Eric with the hot round, winning the league overall, only 1 bogey on the day. As always, like, share, subscribe, all the crazy things you do to help follow me. Until next time, we'll catch you later.